Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. Today we are in for an exploration detecting Sunday. First up, we have Disco Elysium. Now, when we last left off on Disco Elysium, we had basically called it a day, and we had said goodnight to Kim, and we were ready to head to bed. Now, we had some trouble sleeping, and then it seems like we either woke up or we're in a dream, and that's where we left off. So we're going to be picking up there. And then afterwards, we're going to head back to that cursed spider chair in Myst IV. And we're going to try some things that I thought of after, as I was editing the video. Things that I had said during the stream and then forgot about. So we're going to try that and see how that works. And hopefully we will finally unlock the secret of that chair. So let's go ahead and hop in here and see what we have in store for us in Disco Elysium. All right. So I kind of want to say we're in a dream because we can't go here. But I'm guessing we're going to go look at the body. What do we have to see? Is it gonna haunt us? It's super lit up. Oh, it's us. Of course it is. Of course it is. Because why not, right? Why would it not be?
Do you remember the scent of your childhood?
What is this? I remember nothing. I was born in a hospital where people usually go to die. What is this?
What it says on the can, Harry. Answer the question.
I remember nothing.
Do you remember your wife's hand on your face?
Tell me what this is. I'm not answering before you tell me who you are. You said who? I left. I was left. Wait, you said who? We're married?
Do you remember the warmth of her
What?
thighs? Between her legs and
What?
in her mouth.
What? All right, tell me what this is. I'm not answering before you tell me who you are.
You know who I am. I'm the bad day. The one where you ask her, and then later in the streets, wandering. It's the worst day of all time, Harry dear. And it's coming. She will hear about it on the phone.
What is this all about?
Reality will turn into a grotesque nightmare. This will be the last thing you did to her. Tell me, do you remember the love of your life?
No. So do we say I left or I was left? I mean, if what we said, you ask her and then later in the streets wandering, I guess that has to mean we left, right?
Oh no, funky baby, you stayed. It was the rest of it that left. Or you just stood there, with one hand on the bottle and the other on your dick.
Okay.
Watching it go.
Right
Tell
then.
me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. Where the hell are yours?
I can get it all back. We're going to turn over a new leaf and we are going to be good. So
No, it's gone. 3 times gone and never coming back. You failed. You failed me.
lies. We have not failed. This is a new day. We are starting.
You failed Elysium.
Wait, what is Elysium?
Everything. The Pale and the Islas. On the surface. The outer magnetosphere. Burning, furious truth. 8,000 years of written history.
Okay.
You really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6 billion people. And you failed every single one of them.
All right.
You really fucked up.
I can come back from this.
You're not coming back from shit.
Right.
Thrashing around in that high conductivity state of yours. Bumping into things and acting like a clown. Who are you kidding?
I've seen you before.
No, you haven't. You're just sleep talking. And the act is wearing thin, too. The spots on the disco ball fade around you.
Okay.
You'll be back in those cold snakeskins in no time. Sweating up the bed.
No.
Stinky boy.
I'm trying to solve this case.
You're trying to what? I can't hear you. This is just a word dream now. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone. The bed rises to meet you. A thin, sleep-like state. More glass than velvet, grinding in your head.
Man, this is not the restful sleep I
So
hoped for.
something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad, this dry, this unnourishing. There's something wrong with your thoughts. Some kind of new type of hangover.
What? No, we didn't drink anything at all.
Oh yes, party boy. And it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you saw.
Oh boy.
Here it comes too. So soon already. A silent alarm goes off in your head like clockwork. Barely let you sleep at all. Time to get those clothes on, Harry.
Okay.
Time to go to work in the shit factory.
It's so cheerful when you sing that. We're not going to let our inner voice talk us down. Oh boy. Okay, are we okay? Hello? It'll be okay, my guy.
Good going, buddy.
I just had the most beautiful dream, uplifting, rejuvenating. Is that how it's going to be now when I close my eyes? What was that? Is that how it's going to be now when I close my eyes?
Yes. Wait till you see the one with the chick in it. It's gonna be a good one. You feel even worse this morning than you did last night.
What chick?
You don't know? You don't know? Some broad that messed you up. It'll come to you.
What's
It
going on
always
with
does.
me?
You mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? It is worrying, isn't it? You can't be a detective like this. Detectives need to be able to think.
Why is this happening?
It's just that your heart has finally pumped all the speed out of your system, Buster.
Oh, okay,
Time
so
to
we're
get
going
some
through
more.
withdrawal. Okay.
You're too weak to say no now. Waking up is the worst part. Maybe somewhere down the line you could decline.
Let's see. Wait, what is speed? I need more of it. Detecting is my life. No, I can take this. I'm not gonna go looking for speed.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Ready to live as this pathetic shell of yourself for days?
Yes.
Basically, a week. Let's be honest, 2 weeks. Maybe 3. You won't make it. Half the town will be dead by then. You will be fired.
Who am I kidding? Of course I want some speed. No, that's a lie. I can do this without the speed. Half the town won't be dead.
Suit yourself, slow, sad shell man. See how you do without your spark.
Mm-hmm. We'll be fine. Because we are going to use our brains, and we're not going to rely on the drugs. Alright. We have anything here? Where is... Let's see. I wonder where Kim's room was. Let's see.
You should pick that fat, juicy cigarette butt from the tray. Light it up and smoke the living shit out of it.
No. Bye-bye. We are not doing that. Let's see. What is this? We actually
the
go
door
in here?
is closed.
Okay. I think we've already knocked on that before. I guess let's go downstairs. Wait, what's this? Nothing on the front page rings a bell. Strange. Alright. We head down. There's a lot of people down here. This area wasn't open before, I don't think. Kim's down here. Alright, let's go talk to Kim. Good morning.
Morning.
He gives you a quick nod.
Looks like we can get to work at once. The union muscle turned up. They look rowdy. We should talk to them.
Are these the men Gart told us about yesterday?
I completely forgot. Sorry, I had a rough night's sleep.
So it's not just us.
It's them by the looks of it. Loud and nasty, just like the manager said.
Okay.
One loose thread less to worry about, and one big problem to replace it.
All right, let's roll.
One more thing before we do. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them, continue with our business.
Okay.
Yeah, streetwise. Zoom right past. Do it on your own terms.
Okay.
But aren't you curious to know what they have to say about the murder?
Yeah.
They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place. Anyway, I leave that choice to you. Whatever you decide is fine by me.
Okay. Well, let's talk to these two people first and see what they have to
Can I
say.
help you?
About my bill for tonight.
Got the 20 real?
Okay, here you go.
Good. You got the room for the night, but remember, you'll need another 20 real tomorrow.
And we're down to 1, so we definitely got to get some more. All right, and you? Do you have anything new
Just
to
a
say?
moment, officer.
This is the cryptozoologist wife.
And there's no public phones nearby?
She turns back to the cafeteria manager.
She's agitated and keeps pulling at the frayed edge of her blanket.
I wonder why.
The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am.
Maybe we could make a phone call for her.
It's fine, I understand. Thank you anyway. Now then,
She turns back to you with a weary smile. Sorry, ma'am. I didn't mean to eavesdrop on your conversation. Tell me how I might make it up to you. Good day, ma'am. Everything all right? I didn't mean to eavesdrop. How might I make it up to you?
please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. I was just hoping to make a call, but the Whirling's phone line isn't working.
Maybe we can
The
do it.
union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there or to the phone booth down the coast. And Gary's phone is dead too.
What's wrong with the phone line?
The manager was vague about it.
Okay.
Why would he be vague? This is something to look into later. Ask God, maybe.
Yeah.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi, may I ask what you needed to use the phone for, madame?
To let the young woman who's house sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and our friend Gary were supposed to get back by Monday night, but they're still missing, and I haven't heard from them.
That's not good.
I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel.
I hope he's not the
forgive
corpse.
me for not introducing myself. My name is Lena. My husband and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
I see.
A little missing persons puzzle might just be the thing to take your mind off the hangover.
Okay, I'll bite. Has your husband been missing before? This sounds more like a side thing. I need to take care of my main thing. I'll bite.
That's just it. This isn't like him at all. He always plans his expeditions so carefully.
Uh-huh.
But you have more important things to worry about.
She glances out the window toward the
More
bay.
important than a missing expedition? I don't know. Expeditions often lead to something interesting.
Let's see. What is this expedition your husband was on? So your husband is some kind of scientist? Tell me more about Morel, looks, character, your relationship. You don't notice about me, this about me, but actually, I've lost all memory of the world and myself, and I have no idea what I'm doing. Tell me, what is this expedition your husband was on?
Just some field work, sweetie. Morel is a highly trained scientist. He
Okay.
and his assistant Gary are studying an extremely rare species of insect.
Okay.
But they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast across the water lock to set a few traps.
Wasn't it collapsed?
He said they'd be back on Monday. What could be keeping them?
I think we saw
The
that, right?
water lock.
Yeah.
That was broken. Could this be it?
Let's see. The water lock to the other side of the coast is broken. They're probably just stuck over there.
Oh my. What happened to the water lock?
Probably just some technical problem.
Well, whatever the cause, I'm thankful. To both of you. You've spared me another sleepless night.
Nice.
You're welcome, ma'am.
I hate to ask, but if your investigation takes you to the other side of the coast,
Okay,
please do keep an eye out for my husband.
we can.
Yes, some left field scientific research is exactly what you need right now. Funk up that vanilla murder investigation.
And if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting for him here at the Whirling. He gets so tangled up in his work that he may not know the water lock's been repaired. And it's cold out there.
Okay, if I see him, I'll let you know you're here when or if I get there.
Oh, you're such a dear. Thank you, sweetie.
All right, so tell me more about Morel. Looks, character, your relationship. Is that important? Tell me more about this rare insect your husband is looking for. Well, we need to know what he looks like, right?
Oh, dear. I'm not sure where to begin.
What does your husband look like?
Well, his expression is slightly grumpy, but his eyes are always bright and curious, like a small boy's. And his palms are quite coarse from all the field work, but he's quite gentle.
Okay.
You can't go around Revachol feeling grown men's hands. If you want to find her husband, you'll need more concrete information.
Okay, so let's try again. If I were to meet him on the street, what would I look for?
Oh, well, he's a bit shorter than you, but with a larger frame, and he has longish white hair, usually a bit uncombed. You might say wild, even.
Okay.
The lieutenant pulls out his notebook and begins jotting down the woman's description.
Right.
One other thing, he'll likely have all kinds of field gear on him, even if he's not out in the reeds, just in case.
How long have you been married?
We'll be celebrating our 16th anniversary this autumn. Not the most numerically satisfying anniversary, but I like the less obvious milestones even more somehow.
How did the two of you meet?
Via dating agency, I'm ashamed to say. I was looking to get back into the scene after recovering from my accident, and he'd just divorced.
Oh.
We hit it off, and, well, here we are.
Well, that's nice.
She's skipping over some important parts. Perhaps you'll find out more later.
All right, well, I think I have all the information I need. Let's move on.
I hope I've been useful.
So your husband's some kind of scientist.
Oh, yes. A zoologist. A cryptozoologist, to be more precise.
So what is cryptozoology?
It's a pseudoscience that attempts to legitimize research into mythological beasts and urban legends.
The lieutenant sounds unimpressed.
That's one opinion, yes. And people are entitled to their opinions.
She's used to playing off such insults casually, but they still affect her.
Yeah.
My apologies, ma'am. I did not mean to undermine your hobby.
It's not a hobby, dear. It's a subfield of zoology, one specializing in animal species that are so exceedingly rare that many assume them to be extinct or even fictitious.
I mean, maybe.
Searching for such species called cryptids is difficult and often thankless, and frankly, many scientists are too lazy to do it. Universities these days are rarely interested in supporting real research.
I guess so.
The quality of research at Revacholian universities has been on the decline, but you doubt there was ever a time when cryptozoology was embraced by the academic elite.
Tell me more about the rare insect your husband's looking for. It's going to be some kind of cryptid, but what is it?
Oh, sweetie, it's fascinating. But I shouldn't bore you with entomological minutiae.
The lieutenant gives you a sideways glance.
No, I want to hear about the insect.
Well, it's a phasmid, technically, but...
Ah yes, Phasmatodia, a diverse group of insects whose bodies resemble twigs, leaves, that sort of thing. Ghost insects, colloquially.
Okay.
Where other phasmids imitate sticks or leaves, this one's a living reed. It disguises itself among the reeds here on the Insular Indian coast.
Okay.
Hence its name, the Insular Indian phasmid. Perhaps you'll end up co-discovering the phasmid with us officers.
She looks you in the eye and nods thoughtfully.
I knew it. We're gonna be chasing made-up insects with cryptozoologists.
It's not made up, officer. I can assure you. It's simply elusive, so much so that most establishment zoologists doubt it exists at all.
What makes you think the phasmid is around here?
Well, some teenagers making out in the reeds saw one. They didn't know what it was, of course, but there was a brief article in a local newspaper about their encounter with a ghost insect that looks like the reeds. Gary sent us the clipping.
So newspaper clipping is all the evidence you have?
Of course, most phasmid sightings turn out to be false alarms, but their description matched the Insil Indian phasmid perfectly, and they didn't even know what they were looking at.
Okay.
Enthusiasm has wiped the worry from her face. Her eyes sparkle behind her glasses.
Well, you seem really excited about this cryptid. If nothing else, we have done a good deed of taking her mind off her
I
troubles.
suppose I have something of a personal connection to the Insil Indian phasmid. All scientists have their little hobby horses.
So is it dangerous?
Not at all. Why else would it hide itself so carefully?
Is it valuable?
Oh, I doubt it. No one gets into cryptozoology for the money, sweetie.
Okay, so what's so special about the stick bug then? Or does it have cool powers? We could say does it have cool powers.
Yes, it can blend in almost perfectly among the reeds. It's how it stayed hidden all these years, centuries even.
Okay, what's so special about the stick bug?
Oh dear, I'm afraid I'm not explaining this very well. It is very special.
The woman's face flushes with embarrassment.
Morel can explain it all much better. I wish you could hear him describe it. Then you'd understand, I'm sure.
All right. Maybe you could convince her to tell you about some cool cryptids. She's less worried about her husband. I mean, I don't know why we would want to do that, but I guess we would. I guess we could. Just to take her mind off of
There's
it.
no point in manipulating anyone. She'd be only too pleased to tell you about her work. Go on and ask.
Hey, Lena, I'd like to hear about some of the cryptids you studied. Could you just tell me about a couple of them?
Oh, I'd be delighted. Truth be told, I could really use the company too.
Yeah, we're doing a good deed for today.
One cryptid, not a couple. One. This
Okay.
won't turn into some kind of cryptid extravaganza.
Okay, Kim, just one little cryptid, promise.
He nods and assumes a waiting posture. Cryptids, cryptids. Let's hear about all the interesting cryptids. Ooh, tough choice there.
Okay, what's the biggest cryptid? What's the tiniest cryptid? What's the most dangerous cryptid? Are there any invisible cryptids? What's the most dangerous cryptid? I feel like you could find out a lot of these. Are there any invisible cryptids?
What an interesting question. And the answer is yes, there are.
Of course. All fairy tales have someone or something invisible in them.
Let's see. You're right, Kim. It's childish, but I need to know. Shush, Kim. She's gonna tell me about the invisible cryptid. What is it? You're right, Kim. It's childish, but I need to know.
Okay, I won't spoil your fun. What is the invisible cryptid?
It's the Col de Mama d'Aqua. Its name means thin whisper of sound, and that's precisely what it is. Self-replicating sound waves, invisible and intangible.
So
The
it's an
Col de
echo?
Mama is very afraid of us, which makes it incredibly difficult to track.
Kola Mama Dakwa can also be translated as a whisper light and low.
Okay, so a whisper, light, and low.
Yes, that's another translation. They're both quite lovely, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Although the low part is a little ironic. The Col de Mama d'Aqua makes, or rather is, such a high-pitched sound that other animals, including humans, can't hear it. It could be everywhere all of the time, and we wouldn't know.
Uh-huh.
Fine, I'll bite. How can an animal be a sound?
That's what I'm wondering.
Many scientists have asked the same question. Some have claimed that it isn't itself a sound, but a tiny corpuscle that emits sound waves. But there's no evidence to support this theory.
What evidence is there of this animal being a sound?
Plenty. It's the evidence that led to its discovery. In the 20s, a group of Areopagite ornithologists, that is, scientists who study birds, were trying out a new recording technology for capturing sounds outside the range of human hearing.
Okay.
When playing back recordings they had made in the foothills of the Ea mountain range, they noticed certain anomalies, patterns that seemed random at first, but on closer examination were consistent with the waveforms of songbirds.
Just nod eagerly.
The scientists soon discovered they could track and even predict what appeared to be feeding, mating, and migration patterns based on sound waves in a strictly delimited range of ultrasonic frequencies, even higher than those of the highest pitched bat calls.
Interesting.
They realized that they had discovered a new species and called it the Coldamamadaqua, after the Paracanassian name for the voice of God, which is said to be very silent.
Wow.
They grew quite obsessed with these little birds. Even though they couldn't see them, they could distinguish among individual birds and even began to name some of them.
Name them?
Sequester, Time, Joscan. Those are but some of the Mamadaqua they followed individually.
Huh. Why is the Mamadaqua so afraid of us?
That is a sad story. A group of university students assisting with the field work in their enthusiasm for the project, and no doubt because they were preoccupied with impressing their professors, nearly drove it to extinction.
Extinction?
They tried to communicate with it and had no other means but sound. So they started sending out sound waves at frequencies they thought might match the Mamadaqwas. And what happens when a sound wave meets another sound wave of the same frequency, dear?
Does it consume it or something?
They
No, they
cancel each other out.
Yeah, okay. That's what I was thinking.
Exactly. And these tests were performed so recklessly that when they happened upon the right frequency, well, they wiped out most of the population.
Well then.
After that, the corpuscle appears to have migrated elsewhere. There have been recordings of anomalies similar to those spotted in Ea, but they've been few and far between. It's impossible to confirm the presence of any stable Coldamamadaqua population anywhere.
Of course. A common thread in these. Disappearance and unfalsifiability. I like the story, though, ma'am.
I'm glad you did, dear.
She seems genuinely glad. All right. Okay, so interesting. What about...
What about what?
Well, this has been educational. Sadly, we need to discuss something else.
Of course, dear.
Because we promised Kim only one. All right. That's all for now, ma'am. All right. We need to ask him about the phone.
Can I help you?
I saw another thing at the whirling...
Another
did we?
thing. Great. I
So-
love those.
The phone line is dead?
Yes, and the phone company is taking its sweet time sending someone to fix it. Losers.
That seems pretty strange. Is it true that there was foul play? That seems pretty
It's
strange.
not strange, it's inconvenient.
Is it true that there was foul play?
Who told you that?
I would never disclose my sources. That would be dishonorable. It doesn't matter. I just want to know who you suspect. We're not going to give away Lena. I mean, if you were right here, you should have been able to hear it.
Fine, yeah. It looked like someone had messed with the wiring. It was shortly after the hanging, but I don't know if it's at all related. Plenty of assholes around here who aren't murderers.
Okay.
If you do find out who cut the line, though, let me know so I can forward them the repair bill.
All right.
Yes?
We'll see what we can do. All right. So let's see. What do we have? So tonight we need to visit that apartment after 2100. We still need to find Morel. All right, the jam mystery. Who is the lady driver? We still need to figure that out. Replace the lost bowl. We still got to inspect the victim's body. Track down your badge. Who put clothes in the trash? Who else has unauthorized access to the whirling trash? Find this person and you'll know who tampered with the scene. Okay. We still gotta figure out Joyce's info on the lynching, which isn't gonna happen until we help her with the drug runner stuff, which is the jam mystery, right? Keep searching for caller despite any obvious leads. Explore the Whirling's secret passage. And we still gotta find out about our gun. Alright. We do have a skill point, though. I don't know what I want to get, though. I think, wasn't endurance one of them? Let me look. Inspect the victim's body. Actually, let's look at our corpse. Endurance, yeah. So we need more endurance to be able to inspect the corpse. So we need to give ourselves some endurance. We could actually get another point there. So, yeah, that's two points of endurance. Let's go ahead and do that, because that is kind of important for us to be able to do. So now, is it still legendary? It is still legendary, but I don't know. We'll have to see. All right. I think for now, let's look around. This is what I studied law for. We could talk to her again.
Let me handle this.
The woman says to the crowd in the mess hall before turning to you.
You seem a little different today. Less hospitable.
You are far from home, lieutenants. This isn't a district known for its love of self-proclaimed militiamen.
I knew you were not the gardener. Enough, let's talk seriously. I mean no trouble. I'm here to do my job. That's all. You're right, Lieutenant. She did seem friendlier sitting on that corner. I mean no trouble. I'm here to do my job. That's all.
Not a muscle moves in her face, but her eyes trace yours, stern and perceptive.
Okay.
You are looking for Titus Hardy, who you think has information on a murder the RCM is investigating. You want to interview him.
She points to the man standing in the middle of the room.
That's Titus. Talk to him, but know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming, nothing official. The District of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
Okay.
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest if we have to.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her.
Let's see. Why are you so aggressive?
Aggressive? You make your living enforcing violence. These people are just dock workers.
Just dock workers? Do dock workers spy on the police? We let you off easy, miss. Don't think it will happen again.
Listen, you Moralington lackeys. You're a mob, enforcing the unlawful privatization of Revachol. 20 fat men in the Occident are stealing it all, and you're their bodyguards.
Oh, so it goes back to politics
Fuck
again.
yeah.
Okay.
So ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders.
The privatization is not unlawful. It's cool and funny. Maybe you're just not historic individuals. The world needs a financial buffer zone. No need to get emotional. I don't know where you heard that, but it's wrong. The RCM is principled and strong, unlike you socialists. I like that. Good start. Let's take it a step further. Armed uprising. What are the union's plans? Yeah, let's do that. Let's ask those questions. Let's just not start anything.
Let's.
What's your role in all this?
Obviously, I'm a lawyer, a legal counselor for the Dock Workers Union. I would urge you to consider what you say to my clients.
Let's see. What if we want to talk to you, not Titus?
What you want is of no significance, officer. Don't test your authority. In Martinez, you are no one.
What are you going to do to me? The lieutenant is not satisfied with
What
the
are we going
approach.
to do to you?
It's a cold laughter devoid of
The
joy.
union isn't going to do anything to you. It is not a crime syndicate. It is a labor organization.
Okay.
Goddamn right it is.
If anything, It is the RCM who do things to people. But we digress.
I should talk to Titus then. Okay. Titus, you were told to keep a low profile. It's a bull. There's spit in it, reeking of tobacco. There's some money over here. We will definitely take money. Because we gotta get tomorrow night's rent for the hotel. Photos of men in overalls toting guns and union placards. Alright, I guess we talk to you. This is gonna be amazing. But we've got to investigate this murder. A broad-shouldered man points at you with a beer can.
Detective.
The lieutenant acknowledges you with a sharp note. He's leaving it to you. Don't say anything yet. First, we need to talk about your attitude. We need to talk about the hanged man out back. What would we do? I mean, if we come right out and say it, he's just going to be hostile to us, right? Let's don't say anything yet. Let's give it just a moment.
Hey, dipshit. You hard of hearing or something? The boss man's talking to you.
Do not let their squeals disturb your serenity. These are but simple peasants, sire.
The chatter is too inane to reach your ears. Raise your chin and gaze into the distance like a prince. We need to talk about the hanged man out back. First, we need to talk about your attitude. I don't know. I mean, I guess we just need to talk about the hanged man, right?
Oh, this is about him. A real looker, that one.
You're sure taking your time, waiting for him to get ripe and pretty for you, huh?
Oh, he was a real pretty boy by now. Real hot stuff. Letting out that pretty boy smell.
Mm-hmm.
Time to go to work in the shit factory!
Oh, boy.
Easy, boys. These janitors have a hell of a job cut out for them. I mean, I wouldn't go in there for $1 million.
He slaps his forehead.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
Okay, the man hanged in the backyard. Did you do it? Well, let's scan the room first.
No. I's here. You got business with my boys. You got business with me.
He understood what you were doing, taking inventory of them.
Yeah! You fuck with the Hardy boys, you fuck with Titus Hardy!
Oh, boy. Shouts the scrawny rat-faced man, 2 teeth missing in the
Relax,
front.
Dennis. No one is fucking you yet.
Says the 40-something man in the corner with the plectrum hanging from his neck.
Yeah, Dennis, calm down. No one's fucking you, you stupid fuck.
A blonde man in his 30s agrees.
Let Dennis enjoy his fucking, man. We don't mind.
You notice gang tattoos? This man must be either Mesk or Saramirzian.
Yeah, you're not even being fucked, Dennis.
Man, they sure do like that word.
Easy, fellas. We got company. Let's see what brings the cop around.
Too late. You already scanned the room. You got a pretty good picture.
Picture of what? A bunch of...
Fucking say something already!
The rat-faced man doesn't let you think. Alright. The man hanged in the backyard. Did you do it?
The pretty boy. You guys really love talking about that pretty boy.
I mean, it's kind of our job.
Funny. But my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
You're involved somehow. I just don't have proof yet.
Well, maybe you should just fuck off then.
Don't worry. We are resourceful. We'll find a good topic for us to discuss.
Okay, let's see. Did we get something? We need to get him down. We really need to get him down. Return to the Hardy Boys with more evidence. Okay. So we need to come back here. I'm gonna take off now. Alright. I don't think that went so well, but it is what it is. We need to definitely get some more evidence for sure. How are we gonna do that? That is a good question. Alright. let's go ahead and save it. I wonder, now that I have increased my endurance... Oh, there's a lady up on the roof. Maybe we can talk to her. Can we talk to her from here? I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe we need to investigate this now. Last time investigating this killed us, but we really need to. The ladder for kids, it wouldn't hold the weight of a grown man. What about this?
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here.
Alright, let's get an exact count.
8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud. Where else have we seen a gang of men in work boots? That's right, the hardy boys in the mess hall of whirling in rags.
Hey, Everett. It looks like the guy behind you is in need of medical attention. Yeah, it seems like it. He's got quite the interesting little appearance there. All right, so let's go over them one by one.
1. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 46. Just like Titus was wearing in his booth. This is the big dick, Titus Hardy, the one with the bald cap on his head.
Yeah, see, our guy was just getting over from some kind of crazy drug and alcohol binger, and we're trying to go the straight and narrow now. So he's got quite a few physical symptoms he's trying to overcome. So, all right, interesting.
Is it? They didn't even bother to change boots. Putting them on the scene is easy. Maybe even too easy.
All right, continue counting.
2. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44. Either the blonde muscular guy, Glenn, or the young guy with a plectrum around his neck.
Okay.
3. Hobnailed work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 43. The inked banger, perhaps.
Perhaps.
4. Standard work boot, number 45 or 46. Theo, the old smoker. You think you even see a tiny fleck of cigarette ash inside the print.
Okay, what else?
5. Another standard work boot, reinforced toes, number 44. Same as before. Either the musician, Eugene, or the muscle-bound blonde, Glenn.
Okay.
6. Light as air. Same make of boot, but number 41. Small like a rat, shanky.
I'm pretty good at this, ain't I? No, we're not gonna pat our own back. Let's just count the rest.
7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot, number 46. The imprints are twice as deep as the others. The weight exceeds 200 kilograms. Fat Angus, carrying something?
The body, maybe? And the last one?
8. Another standard work boot, number 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole. The right sole is smoother, more worn. Curious. A missing 8th hardy boy.
7 sets of tracks, right? The hardy boys
Lieutenant's
were
been
here.
tracking your eyes. Okay, yeah, there's 8 actually.
That's all? Interesting. Then one of them seems to be missing. Anything else out of the ordinary?
Note to self. This would be a good question to ask Titus. Where's the 8th man?
All right, so we have a heavy one, 200 kilogram imprint.
200. This could be the combined weight of 2 people, one carrying the other who's tied up. Let's say a heavily built worker carrying a similarly built armored man. Maybe
Right.
it was a fat hardy boy, the one sitting in the middle.
Could be.
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
You're right, the fat guy from the booth was carrying the victim. That's what we
Possibly.
were thinking too.
Yes.
The lieutenant marks down something in his notebook.
But why?
You're thinking, why did they have to carry him?
Yes, they could have used a makeshift stretcher or just march him up to the gallows.
Maybe the victim refused to walk to his own lynching. Maybe the victim wasn't conscious. Or our reading of these prints could be wrong. I mean, what else would it be? I think my first thought was that it was somebody carrying another body. Maybe the victim wasn't conscious.
Even easier to carry on a stretcher or between two men. Anyway, it's for future consideration. What
Okay.
else can you see?
A light step, number 41 shoe.
I'm guessing that's the skinny Hardy boy. The one with his front teeth missing.
Yes.
I could still be wrong, but I'm probably not.
Okay, an aberration. One soul is smoother than the others.
Interesting. Let's name it the Old Soul. I wouldn't be surprised if this was the missing Hardy boy. Wonder who he is.
Do you have any ideas, Lieutenant?
Someone operating a workbench with a pedal? Like a joiner at the harbor. Or maybe a drummer?
Some of the people... So one of the people we're looking for is a drummer.
No, it's not. Forget I said it. We are not looking for a drummer. Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out the right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right.
Okay, nod thoughtfully.
We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. Seems prudent, no?
Yes, prudent. I think so. I mean, it's as good a lead as any. The lieutenant writes down the information in his notebook, then reverts to the tracks in the mud. How old do you think these tracks are?
A week, maybe? 7 days would fit the time frame provided to us by the caller, who reported the hanging.
It is not impossible.
How do you know?
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Havashol. 7 days below freezing. The day before, the day of his hanging, was the last warm day.
Okay.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago.
Okay. What do you think happened here?
What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. One of them was carrying the victim. They shuffled around, especially under the tree.
That's what we were thinking too.
Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction. At first glance, this appears to be a lynching.
Maybe?
Indeed. They all stood in a row here and looked at the tree.
So far, so good. Only one thing missing.
He looks at the tracks, his face lighting up from the realization.
Of course, there were 8 tracks, but there are only 7 Hardy boys.
I know, 8 tracks, 7 Hardy boys. Let him have his moment of joy. I mean, we already know this. Let's just let him have his moment of joy.
There's one pair missing from the Union box. The 8th pair. I'm going to say it was our Old Soul.
So the odd soul was present at the lynching, but isn't in the mess hall right now. Is that our victim there?
Yes. I doubt the Hardys are going to tell us who this person is. For now, it's best if we just keep our eyes open. I'm sure our investigation will eventually lead us to the Old Soul.
Well, we've been through all of it. Alright. Alright, so that's the footprints. Let's give it another quick save. If we try and take the body down, are we going to fail again? We have 2 more of the
There he still is,
endurance.
looking right through you with his
Oh.
white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
We upped it, and now we have a 97% chance of succeeding. Alright. Alright, here we go.
As you breathe in,
Did it.
the odor comes over you. It's a smell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your hands at your sides and your eyes squinting, you stand in it.
Alright.
It's a puzzle. What's hanging in front of you is a puzzle of decaying flesh, tattoos, and tendons.
Alright. Do they always do that?
They do after 7 days, yes. We are deep in decomposition here.
Alright, let's step closer.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enameled boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins, and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength.
All right, inspect the boots.
The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them.
All right.
Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you, out of place somehow.
Yeah, it looks like a star, like a stormtrooper boots.
These are clearly not boots. They're armor, possibly part of a larger set.
Okay, these aren't just boots, they're armor.
Indeed. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots.
Okay.
Oh, the lieutenant uses a mnemotechnique A6. That's not just any notebook. It's a classic.
Forget about the notebook. Tell me about the armor.
It's clearly some manner of super armor. Or future armor. Super future armor. I'm useless.
What kind of armor is this exactly?
Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be.
Where?
Under the hill. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff.
What happened to the rest of it?
The locals probably scavenged it. It would be odd if he had more arm after 7 days. We should keep a lookout for this species. The armor could yield information.
Okay.
This is one thing he might actually know.
Oh, we're gonna have to talk to Kuno again. Oh, man. Maybe he was just wearing those boots and there was no rest of the armor. That would be weird. Understood.
The sabatons dangle off the man's decaying form. Ageless and synthetic.
The material looks out of place here.
It is. It's expensive.
The lieutenant draws a line in the condensation on the ceramic with his index finger.
We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics.
How much are we talking about?
For a full set, about 4 years of wages.
Wow, okay.
For the northwest region of Revachol, an officer's average yearly income is 5,500 real, unadjusted for rank.
That's a lot, I take it?
As a wage, it's regrettably small. But for a piece of hardware, yes, that's a lot.
How could this man afford such expensive hardware?
That's for us to find out. Mr. Gart implied he was security personnel for the harbor company. This confirms my own assumptions.
Initial report?
Just something I scraped together from my station. An area report on Martinez. I'm sure you did the same.
These look pretty advanced for a security guard.
I agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford.
Knock on the boot?
A small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup. The pry bar in your hand is itching for some action.
Sounds fragile.
It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally, from plate to plate, dissipating it entirely. See?
Okay.
Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates until there are hundreds of them altogether.
Huh, okay.
Like whirls of floorboards. The design looks organic, influenced by highly resistant wood materials, like lignum vitae and ebony perhaps.
What does this remind me of?
If trees were made of porcelain, this is what their cross-sections would look like.
Okay, run your finger over the lines.
The smooth, glossy surface fractures into ever more intricate interconnections, peaking on the right sabaton, where you notice.
Where we notice what?
The whirls are in the shape of a letter and number combination. E50, 100, 1000.
Looks like there's a serial number on the right sabaton.
Good. Can you read it to me?
He tips the drawing ballpoint of his pen on his tongue.
X5415 6745 678222.
Why would we lie? Why would we lie? No.
We have a make and a number. That's something. We can use the radio in my kinema when we're done. Either station can chase it for us.
Okay, so let's pull the boot off.
The stench fills your nostrils. As you push downward, an ominous creaking sound.
Is it gonna
comes
fall
from
on
above.
us?
Stop!
The lieutenant's voice is sharp. He looks at you with the boot under your arm.
Pig's gonna pull his head off.
Oh yeah, that's not good.
Brutal!
Let go of the boot.
What's wrong with you, asshole? Where's he letting go, Kuno?
I don't know, baby. I don't know why he's such a...
Oh boy.
Officer, if I may ask, what were you trying to achieve by putting on the deceased foot?
I don't know. Let's
The
back
cadaver
off.
slowly twists on the cargo belt. His
I
torso
thought there might
covered
be
in
something
tattoos
inside.
and extremities
I
blotched
also
pink and blue.
Didn't know it was going to be super tight. All right, let's look at the tattoos
An
next.
intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart.
Is this a map of the night sky? Is this a microelectronic system? Is this a national pattern? Is this... Everything seems to be political. Let's ask if it's a national pattern.
Of no nation that I know of. If anything, it reminds me of religious illumination,
Okay.
last or penultimate century. Men who live harsh lives often turn to innocentic worship. But which one? I see no trace of a humanoid figure.
We're missing something here.
I agree.
A sudden ring fills the air as the lieutenant pulls down the zipper of his orange
He
jacket.
wears a wide leather belt around his waist and a gun holster under his arm.
Okay.
He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears. Some sort of camera.
I assume he's going to take pictures, but let's ask what it
A
is.
Trigger Sunshine. Mini.
Okay.
Triggered is the world's leading manufacturer of intercommunication devices, primarily projectors. The camera before you looks familiar somehow.
Okay.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
Oh
An
boy.
instant color camera.
Alright, he produces two metal capped ampules and clicks them into place on the side of the apparatus. A thin slot shines
I
there.
have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
Points the camera at the corpse, peering into it. The lens needs adjusting,
A
then...
sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
In
Alright.
case we need it.
The lieutenant says shakes the paper, letting it dry in the cold wind. On it, a color-perfect copy of the dead man's colored tattoo chest. Okay. What do we need the photo for? Cool machine.
Yes. It is pretty cool, isn't it?
There is only one ampoule left. Use it wisely.
What do we need this photo for?
It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter. To us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around.
Let's see. Can I... Do we want to show it? Let's... Can I have it? I should look at it later without the corpse smell. Let's just say nothing. I mean, if he wants to give it to us, he can give it to
A
us.
souvenir.
Yeah, there
Don't
we
lose
go.
it.
Alright, so he hands you a piece of rolled up photo paper. It's no larger than a pack of cigarettes. Don't lose it. Alright, so we got it
The
anyways.
glossy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute and his skin as colorful as the chemical rainbow on the photo paper, teeming with opportunistic organisms.
Alright, let's inspect the belt.
The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch. This is a steel-reinforced cargo lashing belt, big brother of the regular cargo belt. It's used for tying cargo under 6-rotor airships.
Don't ask me how I know, but this is a lashing belt used for airlifting cargo.
Airlifting. I thought it was used on lorries for strapping cargo to them.
Apparently this is the reinforced kind for air transport. My brain tells me so. Then again, what do I know? I don't even know what an airship is. Apparently this is the reinforced kind.
The local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense they use whatever was on hand, without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves.
We're assuming dock workers from the harbor did it. They sure wanted him to stay up there. The rope is reinforced with steel wiring. How did they even get him up there? How did they even get him up there?
A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around.
He points to the buckle tying the belt to the branch above. Did they climb up using the kid's ladder?
That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt to close the buckle.
That makes sense.
Could be. The shape of the branch supports the theory.
Okay, they sure wanted him to stay up there. The rope is reinforced with steel wiring.
I was afraid it would be. Thin steel wiring, parallel strands. This makes getting him down more problematic than I had assumed.
So we're assuming the dock workers from the harbor did it?
The brief suggested as much, politically motivated by the ongoing strike. Did you not get a briefing?
Yeah, they might have forgotten to brief me. My past has undergone total annihilation. Nothing remains. My mother, the love of my life, certainly not a briefing. I'm just gonna say, yeah.
Then you should ask me the first moment we get.
Okay. Ask him to tell you about the case. Okay, so let's back off and look at
The
the
cadaver hangs from the cargo belt, limbs limp and torso covered in tattoos.
I don't really want to look him in the eyes or squint and take... Well, I don't know. Let's squint and take a step back and see what we get.
As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green.
Because there's this up here.
This is a trick. You've done it before. Pink is where the blood settled in the first hours post-mortem. You can use it to see if the corpse has been tampered with. Does his position at the time of death match the discoloration?
Okay.
Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air.
His face and hands are pink, thighs too.
I see it. His neck too. The lividity goes right up his chin. We have good, well-pronounced discoloration here.
Alright, relax your eyes.
The monster comes back into focus, an explosion of color, coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something. Black liquid streams down his thigh and onto his boot.
Oh boy.
So, what do you think?
I think he's dead. I think he was upright after death. His hands, feet, and neck are discolored. Something is coming out of him. He's beaten up. See the bruises? Let's see. I think he was upright after death. Hands, feet, and neck are discolored. Something is coming out of him. I mean, we could comment on that. Something's coming out of him. He's beaten up. See the bruises?
I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our jobs harder with their little sport.
That's true.
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
It means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal like.
Something's coming out of him.
A pool of blood and feces has eaten into the frozen mud below the man's feet. Purge liquid is dripping into it, drop by drop.
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the time of death.
Okay.
The fuck he's saying?
Talking about shit.
Okay. We got lucky. Maybe he went to the toilet sometime before death. Maybe he went to the toilet sometime before death. Sometime you should hear the clip of Idris Elba. When I listen to this game, I keep thinking of him. I'm not sure who that is, but maybe. Let's see, he doesn't really want to dwell on it too long. All right. I think he was upright after death.
Agreed, especially on the neck. The belt acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis supports a hanging.
Okay. Could it still be he was moved after death?
There's always a chance. We should check for ligament marks on his neck to see if they're in tune with the belt. We'll have to get him down first.
Okay, let's back off and catch your breath.
There is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and your nostrils. He slowly rotates before you.
Okay,
decomposing.
I guess we look him in the eye. What's the worst that could happen?
His eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There is no one home, just subaquatic terrors there.
Oh boy.
Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess.
What is this skill? Inland Empire? Tell me, who are you, dead man? We're gonna fail it. It's only 42%. We're not gonna succeed.
I'm gone.
Oh, never mind. Where have you gone? I can see you're gone, but who are you? What is happening? I hate you, you stink and you're boring. I can see you're gone, but who are you?
I'm a joke. Look at me.
There's nothing funny about you?
There is nothing funny about jokes either.
Who were you when you were alive?
A killer. A motherfucker.
Okay.
And a killer.
I have another question for you.
Go ahead, Coppo.
Where have you gone?
Into the wild pale yonder.
Where is that?
In the past. Way out in the west.
Well, I can't get the compartment in my ledger open. What does that have to do with anything? He's an actor on some UK TV show, but was also in Thor films, Dark Towers, Utopia, and others. Oh, cool. Interesting. What is happening? I can't get the compartment in my ledger open.
The blue heart.
The blue heart.
Oh, that's good shit.
Okay.
You'll love it. Just press down.
So we don't want to open it. Apparently there's
like you
drugs.
do.
Okay.
Fuck it hard. Coppo the clown.
Right.
He means force. It'll work.
Okay, what is happening?
What do you mean?
I'm talking to you.
It's the power of your
Black frothy liquid starts bubbling on his lips.
imagination.
Okay.
Go ahead. Ask me more questions. You fucking love questions.
Why do I love questions so much?
Because you're a copperoonie. Look at all of them go. Do you want more questions?
Give me a comical amount of questions? No, I'm good.
Your lost Coppo Dopo would have been so primo.
Alright, this is enough of you.
Come back later, Coppo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also see me in your dreams.
Okay. Anyways, so how do we get him down?
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
Alright, let's step back and have another look
The
first.
cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue.
Alright, I guess we finish this off then.
Of course. You have questions, don't you? The power of your...
So, why do I love questions so much? Yes, give me questions.
Here you go, you loony.
Is my name Rooney? What does that have to do?
Fuck no. You're no Rooney.
Of course not. The name is Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau. Rooney is obviously not who I am.
Between you and me, your name is probably Harry.
I feel like I've been getting a lot of Harry lately. Could I really be Harry?
You can be anything you want, brother Coppo.
Why do I feel like I've forgotten something terrible?
Because you have.
Let's see. Can we get an absurd amount?
Coming right up. Coppo
Who killed you?
Rooney. This is getting upbeat now.
Who killed you?
Love did me in, Brother Corpo. It was love all along.
And you asked me a question.
Sure, Lobo. I can ask you a question. Why are you doing this?
What?
Looking at my face, motionless, looking into my eyes, standing here. Why are you investigating my murder?
I don't have anything else to do. This case is all I have because he told me to, nod toward Kim. Maybe this will lead to something indescribable, unseen, miraculous. The clown lips on the corpse appear to smile. The face rotates before you slowly.
Something is on its way. Something hidden. It's coming. A miracle from the northwest, and it's almost here. You can feel it in the air, on your hands. The cold spring air smoothing them over.
Okay, enough of that.
Come back later, Corpo.
I
Amuse
think
yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dream.
All right, I think the preliminary examination is done. Let's get him down.
The steel reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt.
Unless we could, like, come from the roof, perhaps.
He doesn't actually think the challenge is unique. He thinks it's frustrating, annoying, and harder than he thought.
Right.
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting the airship strength material.
Let's see. Can someone else do it? We could use the branch. Seems like a lot of hassle. Let's not do it. Maybe we could shoot him down. Maybe we could ask for help from the harbor. We could saw the branch. Maybe.
Climb up there and saw the branch?
Yeah, it seems dangerous.
There has to be a less risky way, with less falling down of trees.
Let's see. Could someone else do it? Like, maybe we could get...
Someone else? You mean, like, the police?
I meant someone who's below detective. You have a point there.
Sadly, yes. The whole RCM is out there right now, doing the exact same thing we are. Are we in a rush to help them? Not with this on our hands.
He covers his nose.
I know it's hard, but I assure you, the others won't come to help us. And we have a growing sanitary concern here. We need to get him down, fast.
Maybe we could shoot him down. No, that's not going to work because it's steel. Maybe we could ask for help from the harbor?
I was really hoping we wouldn't. The Union appeared to be suspect in this case. It seems like a dangerous route to go down.
Yeah.
I would really prefer if there was another way. These people might have an agenda.
Okay, but what else can we do? Commit to it? No, we don't want to commit to that idea. Yeah, wait, let's reconsider.
But what other options? The corpse twists on the belt, like chicken on a skewer.
Maybe we could shoot him down.
Yeah! Bang bang time, pig! Shoot his head off!
How?
I don't know.
Where the buckle ties the rope to the branch. That's a good spot to aim.
Okay, there the buckle holds the belt together?
Where? Ah, yes, I see. If the shot hits that, there might be a chance to release the belt.
Yeah, now we're talking. Entertain the Kuno with some shit.
Oh boy.
They'll miss! The pigs will miss Kuno!
Take the shot, Lieutenant. What's the worst that could happen? Actually, don't. It has bad idea written all over it. Wait, let me try. Say nothing, let him choose.
Silence. With his elbow sharp, the lieutenant unzips his jacket.
Okay.
And produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks.
Okay. Are we gonna die? Is it gonna ricochet and kill us?
Securing it in place. That's a Kiel A9090 Armistice, mass-produced muzzleloader, ascetic, frugal, one of the most common firearms in the world.
Okay.
He then steps back and assumes the phallostess position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the trigger.
Okay, say nothing.
He's gonna fucking miss!
The ship's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke slowly parts in the air as the lieutenant steps back and says to himself,
God damn it.
He missed.
A lot of things were wrong with that shot. The Phalostes was the wrong choice. His shoulders were raised, but above all, he cannot trust his eyesight.
Okay.
Fucking idiot! Mukabat asshole!
I wonder...
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
Let's see. It's okay, man.
Kuno's sorry too. Kuno feels sorry for the Beano Cloud.
I wonder if we'll get a
doesn't
chance.
say a word, just looks at the gun in his hand.
Try again, maybe?
No, we are lucky as it is. We didn't break anything, and the victim remains uncompromised.
He looks around at the windows overlooking the yard. Yeah,
Any
that's
more
true.
mistakes could put us in an unfortunate position with the locals. We
Okay.
have eyes on us. I didn't do us any favors with that.
Alright, so what now?
I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down without assistance.
Okay, so we brought him around to our perspective,
You don't feel like too bad of a shot yourself.
I don't know about that. What would it even be? Like, we are not a physical person. Hand-eye coordination, we have 0 in. Like, we have 0 in all of these. I feel like that would be a terrible idea. Let's not. We have to ask for help from the harbor. No, he already said if we did it again, we could break something. And just our luck, that's exactly what would happen. So let's ask for help from the harbor.
Okay. They do have the tools and the men. And since it looks like they put him there...
They can get him down too.
Okay. Let's do it in the lousy, dangerous way.
How do we get inside the harbor?
From the gates. By negotiating or fighting. Or we can try the secret route we found, where your cloak is. It looked doable.
Okay, so we may have to try that again.
Let's negotiate.
Alright, let's get to it then. Alright. We do need to talk to Kuno about something, though. Let's see.
Fuck does Kuno care?
Let's see. I found your shack. I want to discuss the body with you again, Kuno.
The fuck about it?
There are contusions all over his body. Where's the rest of his armor? That's what we needed to ask about.
Kuno doesn't give a shit about the armor.
How come?
Kuno's fuckgimp's got one big thing wrong with him. He's a fucking mutant.
A mutant?
Look at him. Fucking growth hormone shit. He's a giant. The armor's too big for any man.
Huh, okay. Well, let's see what else we got.
Kuno doesn't give a shit about that freak armor. Kuno threw that shit away.
What do you mean you threw it away?
Kuno tried to get the helmet on. It was too big.
He performs a kickoff on the imaginary helmet.
Kuno kicked that shit in the sea, rugby style. That shit means nothing to Kuno.
You threw it in the sea?
Yeah, that shit means nothing to Kuno. Kuno doesn't give a shit about material shit. Kuno's a fucking monk.
Oh.
You wanna fuck on someone about that armor? Go fuck the mustached union fuck. The jolly troubadour shit at the gate.
Who do you mean, troubadour?
Yeah, cock and boot. You know that jolly union cow fucker? Came around talking about cows or some shit? Came around pretending like he cares about cows?
Cows? What?
Yes, you met him at the gates. The one with the boots and the jolly smile.
You mean Manana?
Yeah, he's the one you want to talk to. He's fucking crazy about that armor shit. Coming here pretending like he likes cows. Trying to catch a peep at Kuno's armor.
Okay.
Curious, my liege. Why did Kuno feed you this information?
And you're just telling me this out of the kindness of your heart, Kuno?
Yeah, Kuno's doing charity today. Kuno Day. Kuno feels sorry for you two loser pigs. Kuno's doing pity now.
Apparently, Kuno's not a material girl living in a material world. Exactly.
Still, seems suspicious. He may have it in for that guy. Or you may be paranoid. That is also a possibility, sire.
There are contusions all over his body. Did you do that?
Fuck are you talking about? What is this?
He doesn't know that word. It
contusion
has more
shit?
than one syllable. He grabs his head like it's suddenly hurting.
He says you're stupid, Kuno. Don't we make you stupid again?
A contusion is a bruise. I'm talking about the marks your stones left on the corpse. Yes, that's what I'm saying. You're stupid. I hate words too.
Oh, did Kuno make your shit sniffing harder? Obstruction of shit sniffing. This is Kuno's kingdom. Kuno fucking rules here.
You hear the lieutenant hum.
Alright, more on this later.
You're testing Kuno's patience here.
Get lost.
Alright, I would love to find out what's up with that. Empathy 2. We don't have near enough empathy, I don't think. Would it be even possible to get empathy? Empathy is oh, we already have a max amount of empathy. We can't even level it up anymore. So there's absolutely no way we'd ever figure out about him. Alright, I'm off.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Of course you don't. Alright. Well, that was some interesting leads. It seems like we're going to need to go to the harbor and figure out what... Go to the harbor, get them to help us carry the corpse down. We have so many things that we need to track down now. So we need to find somebody with the uneven boots, which could be among the drivers. So we still need to track down the lady, lorry driver. We might have to have this guy here tell us who it was. I think we need to report in to the precinct, the serial number. We need to go to the harbor and get them to help get the body down. Also, we need to ask about the armor. There are so many leads we have now, but we're gonna start investigating them in the next episode. I feel we've been pretty productive this episode, so if you like this kind of content, please make sure to like, subscribe, follow, share, all that good stuff. If you want to watch live, we're on Twitch at twitch.tv/TheR27. I have my schedule posted in the about and in the description, and if you want to see which games we're playing each day, I post them on x.com/TheR27. And I hope you'll join me in the next one. Until then, guys, bye. Alright, let's give it a save. And then we'll swap on over to Myst IV. Man, that was a pretty productive game today. Like, I wasn't sure how much we were going to get done from just looking at the body, but I think we got like 4 side quests out of that. That was crazy. Alright, so we will swap on over and get everything updated here. For Myst IV, let's see. Myst IV. Let's get our title and all that updated. Alright. That's done. And update YouTube and Rumble real fast. Okay. Should be good then. That's updating. Let's get Myst IV updated or opened for you guys. Alright. How's everyone doing today? Hope y'all are doing well. I am going to conquer Sirrus's chair today, by golly. So, as I was reviewing the footage, I heard myself saying some things, and it made me start wondering about something. So that's what we're going to investigate today. Did I not load it? I guess I didn't load it. I thought it loaded. Whoops. Now it should be loading. Anyways, here we go. Right. Are you ready for fun with cables and crystals? I am indeed. It's gonna be amazing. All right. Okay. So let's go ahead. I always have to look at all of them. I can never remember which one is the right icon. Alright. I assume we can just do the save game. Because we saved before. Should be fine. Alright, now let me see. Where did I do with my notes? I have them. I had some notes about this stuff, I think. Maybe not. Maybe it's just... I think it might just be the pictures. Okay. Alright, so, as I was editing the footage last time, I said a thing, and then I never followed up on it. I said maybe they are one-off. So I wanted to try and see if that was in fact the case. Because the thing is, maybe they're all one less than what we have, right? I did have notes somewhere. Where are they? I don't think they're... I've lost my notes, guys. Oh no. I think my kids ran off with my notes. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I think they took my notebook. Okay, so we might have to figure this. So this one is like basically all the way down. Oh, they're all the way down, right? Or no. Hey, Aconia. You're tired? Oh boy. Actually, I think maybe we can look here and figure it out again, possibly. Because it was pretty simple once we figured out what to do, I believe. I should just take all my notes digital, be done with it. I don't think I have any notes in here. I have too many notebooks. Alright. So, let's see. Let me look. We had... was it this? No. We need to look at the photos we took, right? Okay. This one is the circular one. Okay. So this will be easy enough to write down. The circular one is at... let's assume that the top one is maybe where it starts, so it's just 2 down, right? Even though it's the 3rd notch, we can't move it from the top one. So let's say it's just 2. That doesn't matter, at least not right now. Okay, this one was the hexagon. Okay, and that one... I forget. How many was that one? I think we may have to go look at that one again real fast. And then we had the pentagon. Alright. Because do we have... Yeah, okay. So let's go look at them again real fast. Just those 2. I think we can... Can we fast travel there? Oh, we can't. Not until we go up. Alright, let's go ahead and go up. We may have to go all the way back up. It's not super fast travel. I just don't remember what those 2 numbers were offhand, and I can't find my notes on it. But that's okay. It's not going to be that big of a deal. It's basically going to be 1 less than what we thought we had originally. So, let's just go ahead and go back up. Because I think I have to go all the way back up before I can fast travel. Luckily, they're both like really close to each other, so they should go pretty quick. Just want to make sure that the sound is working. I didn't check it. Alright, it is. And then we'll go all the way up. Alright. And then we'll just fast travel, because the second, or the pentagon and the hexagon one, they're really close to each other, I believe. Okay. And then we get out of here. And then we should be able to fast travel once we get out of the spider chair. Okay, so now let's see. We want to go here, I think. Yeah, okay. Because right here, right? We want to go up this way. So this is like the very bottom. And we should be able to get the other two like really close to here, I think. Okay. Wasn't one over here? Or was it not? I can't remember. Yeah, okay. This was the hexagon one, right? That I have to look through the vision for. We'll just remind ourselves what it was again. Okay, let's look at this again. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It was 7, but we're gonna call it 6 because we're not gonna count the first notch. Alright, and then we'll go get the other one, which should be, is it like really, it's near the top, so I think we can fast travel to the top. This one, I think. Yeah, and then we'll just go down. Because it should be really close to here, I think. Alright, down. Past the broken elevator. Continue down. Which is funny, because I think the first time we came down, I completely didn't even see the broken elevator. I just went immediately down the stairs. I'm like, I already knew where everything is. Alright, let's go over here. And this one is, so if we don't count this one, it's 1, 2, 3. So it was 4. Now we'll say it's 3. Okay. Because it starts at 1. I think that might have been the problem. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll just head on down. Alright, so now we gotta head back to the spider chair real fast. This shouldn't take too terribly long. Alright, let's head down here. I tell you, I am ready to be done with... oh, I guess we could have just come back here. I didn't realize it went all the way down here. Oh well, it's okay. Can I grab this? Thank you. Okay. I think it might be up again. Maybe? No, not up again. It's got to be, don't forget the zip mode. Oh yeah, I don't know where we would zip to is the only thing. I could try the last one. Like, I don't know where this one zips to. Is it zip to where I need? Maybe? It might. I'm not sure where this one is. It actually might be. Over this way? Perhaps? I thought this was where... This is the hexagon one. I don't think this is... Oh, wait! Well, I don't even know what I'm doing. Like, I want to go to the... No wonder I'm confused. Because I want to go to the spider chair, which actually is fine because it's down here. I completely forgot where I was going, guys. Like, I need more coffee. Just don't mind me. I was like sitting here. I need to get to the other crystal, but no, I have all the crystals. Silly me. Alright, today we conquer you, Mr. Spider Chair. In we go. Okay. Oh, push the button. And we head back down. Alright. Come on. There we go. So we'll go back down to the wires, because I have a theory. I have several ideas about stuff that we've been attempting in the last time after reviewing the footage and such. It's one of those things of, you know, things just start to click as you let it rest. It's like making bread, you know, when you put the yeast in, you mix it up, and then you just let it rest for a while and it rises. So it's just like problem solving. Gotta let it rest for a bit. Okay, so now we should be able to go down to the wires. Alright. So, one of the problems that I think we had with these before is I think I was not taking into account the fact that it starts at a lever already. I was counting down 3, 7, and 4 on these wheels, but they're already at 1. So let's see if this works. So circle was at 3, but let's try pulling it down only 2. 1, 2. And then this one was 7. Let's try 6 only. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then this one was 7. No, this one was the pentagon. This one was 3. Go black. OBS is okay. Okay, now it's back. Weird. Let's see if it comes back onto the platforms. Hang on. Video. Okay. Let me make sure. Is it back here? Let's see. Hopefully. Okay. Alright, so we're back now, right? You guys can see it again? It didn't just randomly decide to... I don't know why it just randomly disconnected. I have no idea why. Hopefully, let me know if everything's back. It looks like it's back on my side, but I just want to make sure before I continue. I'm assuming it's back, but hopefully that is in fact the case. Okay, good. Why is it... Okay, it's reconnecting. I don't understand what's going on. It's being so weird. Alright. Stop disconnecting. Behave. Don't disconnect anymore. I would appreciate it. I don't know why. It just... I don't know if OBS is having an issue or what. Like, it was fine for like the first hour and a half. Now, it's... because this is weird. Let's end this.